beginner's flow for yoga. So you don't have to be an absolute beginner to do this. It's still going to be challenging. So I would ask you to listen to your body and do what feels right for you. Don't do anything that doesn't feel right. But it might be good if you want to go back to basics, even if you've been doing yoga a while. I often do this, and I've been doing yoga for a long while. Or if you just want a reminder of technique, that kind of thing. So yeah, good, have a go. We're going to start seated and we're going to work at some breath. I'm going to try and give you lots of corrections but without overwhelming with talking. So if you want to sit cross-legged, if that's comfortable, if not kneeling is fine, or with your legs out in front. If you want to prop something underneath your buttocks for comfort, then that's great. And Sukhasana, cross-legged pose. So allow your knees to soften, allow your hips to soften, and just before we start, check your alignment. So check that your shoulders, chest, pelvis, all in one alignment. So from the crown of the head down to the tailbone, your spine is straight. Good. And then soften through the knees, feel heavy through the pelvis, and then just find some movement to wiggle that spine upwards, getting some space through each vertebrae. So this is where our energy is going to run up and down the spine. Good. We're going to take our attention to the breath. Rest the hands down, whichever way feels comfortable, or in the lap. Draw the shoulders up and then relax them down. Gently hug in your lower abdominals, your pelvic floor. That's going to support your spine. Draw your navel gently towards your spine, so you're not gripping it, but we're gently pulling up. Mula Bandha, that's a little contraction here, just 30% approximately. Okay, I'm going to keep reminding you of that throughout the class. Your support system. Okay, breathing. Just notice your breath to start with. So just arrive, just watch your breath. Notice what it's doing. Keep your chin slightly towards your chest so that your neck is long. And then if you're not already, breathe in and out through the nose. And breathe fully. So breathing in, we breathe all day, but we don't breathe fully. It's amazing for you, for your mental and physical well-being, to take full breaths. So breathe into the belly. Fill the belly from the bottom with air. Fill the ribs, the lungs, it completely expands. Take another sip at the top and then slowly exhale through the nose. Do that a couple more times. Finding space. Choosing to let go as we exhale, but not of our lower abdominals. They don't let go. Breathing in. And exhaling. So our flow, today we're going to do Surya Namaskara, which is like a sun salutation. Just keep breathing, which is all about connecting the breath with movement, which connects your physical and mental and energetic being. So it's all good. You hardly have to do anything. You just need to try and connect your breath, so move with your breath. So really tune into your breath. Notice it. Breathing in fully through the nose and breathing out fully through the nose. You can keep going with that, or if you want to have a go at Ujjayi breath, it's a slight constriction in the throat. So as you breathe in, it's slightly audible, like an ocean sound. And as you breathe out, it's like you're trying to steam up a mirror, but you close your mouth while you're doing it. But it's that same feeling in your throat. So if you go and close your mouth while you're doing that, carry on breathing out through the nose, you can feel that gentle restriction in the back of the throat. So that's Ujjayi breath, warming breath, breathing in. Slight constriction as you inhale and a slight constriction as you exhale. Keep the face soft, keep the face relaxed. If it's not comfortable to do that Ujjayi breath, then by all means just breathe fully, gently, in and out through the nose, whatever feels good. Couple more breaths here. Notice your breath, notice your body, notice your mind. And we're going to make our way onto our hands and knees. With our hands under our shoulders, knees under our hips. And keep that Mula Bandha, that slight contraction in the lower abdominals here. Draw the shoulders away from your ears, neck in line with your spine. We're going to inhale, drop the belly, cat-cow. Lift the head, open the heart space, exhale, pushing into the hands and feet. Draw the tummy muscles in round here. Empty of air. Inhale fully. So you can keep going with your ujjayi breath if that feels nice or you've done it before. Otherwise, just breathing in and out fully as we just practiced through the nose. Obviously, if you have a cold or you're congested and you have to breathe through the mouth, then that's okay. And exhale, pushing into the hands and the tops of the feet gently as you do this. Breathing. So this is the first flow we're doing. Moving with our breath. Breath leads the movement. So you start to exhale before you round. We'll start to inhale, mini split seconds, before we start to open. One more of these. Inhaling. Exhaling. Coming back to neutral. Curl your toes. We're going to take our first down dog. Now spread your fingertips. In fact, move your hands one handprint further away from you. And really push into your fingers, all 10 fingers. What happens is they tend to splay out. We're going to round our elbows out and round. What that's going to do when we lift our hips is open the shoulders. Now, just lift your knees off the floor and use your core muscles to pull your hips back as far as you can. Keep the knees bent. So using your core muscles, your pelvic floor, to pull the hips up and back. Then slowly start to straighten one leg from the other, padding out through the heels. Relax the head down so you're gazing between the knees. Soften your jaw. Check in that you're pressing into all 10 fingers evenly and you haven't rolled to the outside of the hands. Using your core muscles to lift up. And now keep the knees soft if you need to. Send the hips back and up as much as you can. Allow your chest to sink gently between the arms, ears in line with your arms as your aim, and slowly start to lower the heels. They don't have to go all the way down, it's just that's the direction they're going in. Draw your navel towards your spine. Hug your lower ribs in so you're contracted through your core. Relax the face and take a couple of big breaths here. Downwards facing dog. It's a big one, this. It's an opener, it's a strength builder, it's great for your mind. If it ever gets too much in this practice, lower your knees if you need to, and you can sit back as I'm showing you now into extended child's pose anytime you need to. Otherwise, we're in down dog. Okay, look to your fingers. Start to walk your feet towards your hands. Keep your feet hip distance apart. Let's find forward fold. Bend your knees in forward fold as much as you need to. You should be able to get your torso on your thighs. I see lots of this. This doesn't do any good. So bend your knees as much as you need to and start sticking your bottom out. Okay? So really stick the bottom up into the air. Relax the head down. Have a little sway here. Keep drawing your tummy muscles in gently. Protect your back. Breathe and relax the head. Try this. Take hold of the elbows. Keep your shoulders away from your ears though. Relax the head and just breathe here. You can be still or you can find a gentle sway. And we're starting to open up through the backs of the legs, but also notice if there's tension in the back, this will really start to open that out and help to ease it. Breathe fully. Good. Find your breath. Push into the feet, allow the arms to drop. Use your core muscles. We're going to slowly roll up. Anyone has back issues, take your hands to your thighs as you come up for some extra support. Rolling up to our Tadasana. Roll the shoulders back, mountain pose. Palms are facing forward. You're here. Lift through the legs. Find energy. Legs are active. Good. Shoulders are down. We're going to do our classical Surya Namaskar, sun salutation. I'm going to go through it slowly with you a couple of times, then we're going to go with the breath. So we start by lifting through the legs, send your tailbone down, lift your pelvic floor, draw the shoulders down, stand tall. Ground through the feet, so feel the feet push down as your energy and everything else draws up. Inhale, lift up, reach up, spread the fingers. As we exhale, soft knees, dive down to a forward fold. Inhale, flat back, so hands are coming up the shins, straighten the legs if you can, and find a long, straight spine, so we're not rounding. Draw your tummy muscles in. Good, hold it here. Now lift your kneecaps up by lifting your quads. Don't lock the legs, but engage them. On your next exhale, soften the knees, find your forward fold. On your next inhale, we're going to step our right leg back, way back, as far back as it will go, and lower down right knee to the floor. Wonderful. So we're in a low crescent lunge. Your left knee should be in line with your ankle. If your knee's forwards, you're putting pressure on your kneecap. So if you're here, move your foot forwards. Okay. Breathe. Shoulders down. Chest is open. Now push into both feet. Engage your core. We're going to inhale. Lift the arms all the way up. And exhale. Lower the fingertips back down. Nice. We are going to take our left foot back to our right leg. Tabletop position. Now keep your core muscles engaged and your shoulders down. If you're used to working from plank, you can lift the knees at this point. Otherwise, knees are down. Hug your tummy muscles in. Keep the shoulders in. Slowly, slowly, slower, lower all the way to the belly. Keep the hands where they are. Inhale, lift up. Cobra or baby cobra. So you can come just a small way. Or if it feels okay, go a little bit further. Finding what feels right for you. Shoulders are down, no tension in the neck. On your next exhale, lower the belly, and we're going to push back up to our tabletop. Hug the elbows in, use your core, push back to the hands and knees. Here we go, or plank if that's okay for you. Curl the toes, push all the way back, keep the knees soft, downwards facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here. Pushing into 10 fingers, sending the hips high, starting to work the heels back. Wonderful. On your next inhale, look between the hands and step your right foot, draw the knee in and in towards your nose, and then step your right foot between the hands, lower down. Don't worry if you can't do this smoothly, it takes time and practice. So if you're shuffling all over the mat, that's not a problem. Okay, push into both feet. Breathe. Just as we did on the other leg, we're going to inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Tummy muscles engage. Exhale, float it down. Ready, push into the hands and the front foot. We're going to step our left foot forwards. Feet hip distance apart. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Pushing into the feet. Inhale, lift all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to prayer. We're going to go again on the other side. Inhale, lift up. Strong legs, open the body. Exhale, float down. If you need to soften the knees, soften them. Inhale, find your flat back. So remember, we're pushing the feet downwards, grounding down. Strong, straight legs. Draw the shoulders down away from your ears. Find your flat back. Exhale, soften the knees. If you need to, find your forward fold, but keep your hips going up to the air. Relax the head. On your next inhale, step your left leg back as low, as far back as you can. Drop the knee. Chest is forward. We're going to inhale the arms up, pushing into both feet. Navel to spine, shoulders are down. Exhale, float it down. Take your right knee back towards the left, find your tabletop. Hug the elbows in. Lower slowly, slowly as you exhale all the way down, belly down. Inhale, lift up to cobra. Now keep the shoulders down, you don't have to go high, keep the elbows in. Gently tilt your tailbone towards your heels, so your pubic bone's pushing in towards the mat. No pressure on the lower back. If you're finding pressure, don't go as high. If you need more, you can go higher. On your next exhale, lower the belly. Pushing up to hands and knees. Here we go with a strong straight back. Keep the elbows in. Then curl the toes. Exhale, downwards facing dog. Nice work. Relax the head. Take a breath here. Look forwards. On your next inhale, step the left foot in between the hands. Lower the back knee. Low lunge. You're a lovely opener through your quad and hip flex. So inhale, lift the arms up. Inhale fully and then exhale fully. Lower the fingertips either side of the foot. Step the right toes in as we inhale. Find your flat back. Exhale, soft knees, forward fold. Inhale, we're going to push the feet down as we lift all the way up. Fill with air. Exhale, Tadasana. Right, we're going to go one movement per breath this time. If you're breathing slower or faster than me, you don't have to stick with me, it's okay. Or if you need to take the extra breath, also perfectly fine. Here we go. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, float it forwards. Trying to sync breath with movement. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale to a forward fold. Inhale, step the right leg back to a low lunge. Stay here as you exhale. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the chest, float up. Exhale, float down. Take the left knee back to the right knee. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. And as you inhale, lift the body up. Lovely. Exhale, lower. Curl the toes. And we're going to push straight back to down dog this time via your knees. Hold it here for a breath. Wonderful. Remember, your lower abdominals are lifting the hips up here. You're hugging your lower ribs in, rounding your arms out and under to open the shoulder blades and relax the face. On your next inhale, we're going to step the right foot in between the hands. Exhale, stay. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the arms. Exhale, float down. Inhale, bring the left leg in straight to flat back position. Exhale, forward fold. Push into the feet. Inhale, float all the way up to standing. Navel to spine. Exhale, Tadasana. Engage the legs, shoulders down, heart lifts. Let's go again. Inhale, lift up, reach through the fingertips. Exhale, float forwards. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step the left foot back as you inhale. Hold it here as you exhale. Keep the pelvic floor lifted. Inhale, lift up, open the chest. Exhale, float it down. Take the right knee back as you inhale. Exhale, hug the elbows in, float down all the way. Inhale, lift the chest, cobra. Exhale, lower down. Push into the hands and feet. Take it all the way back to down dog. Gaze through the legs and breathe. Lovely. Look in between the hands. Step your left foot forwards, lower the right knee. Take a breath here. From your next inhale, push into both feet, engage the core as you inhale, float up. Exhale, float down. And then inhale, step straight up to your flat back. Exhale, float it down. Push into the feet, inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Just close the eyes, hold it here. Or gaze down, just noticing how you feel. Strong in your core. Really nice. We're going to go once more with a slightly different flow this time. Surya Namaskara B. So we did classical, there's an A, but we're going to go into B. So just follow me. A little more challenging this one, but we can find modifications. So we're going to start in chair pose, hands to the waist. Sit way back here. So send your weight into your heels. Send your hips as though you're sitting on a chair, but obviously there's not one there. Squeeze your buttocks, feel the legs engage, and hug your tummy muscles in. If it feels okay, come back so you can see me. Reach the arms forwards. If you're getting tense through the shoulders, open them slightly. Keep the chest open. So they might be in a nice V shape like this. If it's okay to take them straight up either side of the head, then perfect. If that's causing tension in the lower back or the chest, open them and bend them as needed. Now breathe. Big one on the legs here. Hug your core in. Watch that your pelvis isn't arching or curling under. So keep it nice and straight, nice and long. Training good posture. Now find your breath. We're going to do this one nice and slowly, once on each side. So breathe in fully. On your next exhalation, start to straighten the legs and find your forward fold. Take a breath here. Good. Keep the hands planted. We're going to walk the feet straight back to plank. Lower the knees if you need to, as I'm going to do, or tabletop as I'm in. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower to the belly as we did before. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower. Sending it back to down dog, either through your tabletop or you can go straight back. Take a breath here. Now push into your left foot and both hands. We're going to inhale. We're going to lift the right leg up. Keep the hips square, doesn't have to be high. Inhale, right leg up. As you exhale, draw your right knee towards your head, squeeze your core, start to come forward and step the foot in between the hands. Don't lower your left knee this time. Good, we're going to push into both feet. We're going to inhale, lift up, engage your core, shoulders down. A high lunge. Take a breath here. As we exhale, take the fingertips down. We're going to step our right leg straight back to plank or tabletop. Lower the knees if you need to, as I'm doing. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower to the belly. Inhale, lift up to cobra. Exhale, lower down. Engage your core, push it all the way back to down dog. Take a breath. Full breath. Find your ujjayi breath. Inhale, left leg up this time. Stay nice and stable. Exhale, draw that knee to nose, engage your core. Step the left foot in between the hands. Push into both feet. Find your tummy muscles and inhale, lift up. Shoulders are down, hips are square. Hug your outer hips in. Everything's drawing into the center line here. Shoulders are down. Take a breath. Exhale, lower the hands down. I'm going to step the right leg in this time to chair pose. Stay low. Take the arms up, sit back, engage your core. Hold it here and breathe. Let's go once more. Big breath in. Exhale, float down, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step back to plank. Or lower the knees. I'm going to go from plank this time. Hug the elbows in, lower all the way to the belly. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower it. And you guessed it, push it back, downward facing dog. Straight into it. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, draw it in, step it between the hands. Push into the feet. Inhale, lift up to our high lunge. Exhale, lower the hands. Step back to plank or tabletop. Hug the elbows in. On your next exhalation, we hug them in, and lower slowly to the belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down. Push it back, downwards facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. When you're ready, squeeze your core. Exhale, step it between the hands. Low lunge. Push into the feet as you inhale, lift up. High lunge. Exhale, melt the hands down. Step the right foot in. Find your flat back. Exhale to forward fold and hold it here. Breathe. Lovely. Sit back, last time, chair pose. Reach the hands forward, lengthen your spine, shoulders down away from the ears. Breathing, squeezing your core muscles. Hold it there. And then push into the feet to lift up. Exhale, lower the hands, palms face forward, ground through the feet, lift the thighs and breathe. Okay, we're going to go into our warriors, Virabandhasana. So step your legs nice and wide. Wider than you think, always wider than you think. Turn your right toes out, keep your left toes facing forwards. Now lift through the legs, engage your legs, hands are on the hips. We're going to bend fully into that right leg. Lovely. So you want to be wide enough so that your knee's in line with your ankle and not forwards of it. Try and keep the hips facing the front. Actively push your feet down, which will engage the insides of the thigh. Drop your tailbone down towards the floor and lift through your lower abdominals. Keep your lower ribs hugging down. So everything's hugging here towards your navel for a really strong core and an energy lock. Relax the face. Reach the fingertips out as though someone's pulling them one side then the other. And look beyond your right fingertips. 2 big full breaths here. Warrior 2. Keep pushing into both feet, especially pushing into the outside of your left foot so that the ankle doesn't roll. Breathing. Finding real strength and grounding through the lower half of the body, and find that light floatiness using your breath in the upper half of the body. It's all about the contrast. Okay, take your left hand to your left leg, flip your right palm, inhale, lift up, 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 keep the legs exactly where they are, up and over, slight backward side bend here, nice chest opener with the right arm lifted, keep the shoulders down, peaceful warrior, breathe here. Finding space as you inhale, keeping your core connected. And now on your next exhale, take your right elbow to your right thigh and find length through both sides of the body, so we are not collapsing, we are here. Good. Take your left arm up over by the head, palm faces inward, shoulders are down, engage your core. Now pushing into both feet evenly, watch you're not rolling towards the big toes, keep little toes down. And just to check we're using our core, reach your right arm forwards, keep the shoulders down, breathe here. This is a variation of a standing side stretch. One more breath, use your core. And then push into both feet, lift up and float it down. Really good work, feel that in the legs. Take the right toes forward, the left toes out, hands to the waist. Bring your hips to center, take a big breath in. Lift through the legs, and as you exhale, keep that nice activity through your right leg, but bend deeply into the left leg. Hold it here. Watch that you're not leaning with the body. Navel to spine, send your tailbone down and lift through pelvic floor. Press into the outside of your right leg to keep it active. Shoulders are down. Breathing. Lovely. Reach the fingertips out. Actively reach through the chest, through the arms, through the fingers. Shoulders are down. Look beyond the left fingertips here and breathe. Strengthen the lower half, ground down. Find lightness and lift through the upper body. Breathing. When you're ready, lower the right fingertips. Lift the left arm up, flip the palm to face you. Find length through the body, so you're not just leaning into it, you're lifting. Push equally into both legs. Keep that deep bend on the left side. Peaceful warrior. On your next exhalation, take your left elbow towards your left thigh and take that right arm up overhead. Keep that right leg straight. Breathe here. Now lengthen through both sides of the body. Remember, we're not collapsing here. We've got length. We're holding ourselves. Just to check, take your left arm forward. Shoulders are down. Engage your core. Strong legs, strong core. Keep lengthening your tailbone down so you're not arching the back. Slightly tucking that tailbone under. Breathe. One more breath here. And then push into the legs to lift up. Lovely. Take both feet parallel or even slightly turned in, hands to the waist. Lift through the legs on an inhale. On an exhale, fold forwards from the hips. Find your flat back. Hold it here. Push into the legs. Legs are active, so we're not just hanging out. Lift through the legs. Lift your core. Now take your hands to the outside of the thighs. I'm going to keep going down. Slide your hands down. Relax your head down. Allow the spine to curve. Find a forward fold. Keep the legs active so you're lifting out of the feet, out of the ankles. Sending your hips as high as you can. If you need to soften the knees slightly, do so, but just a small bit. Breathe fully here. Find your breath. Reconnect with your breath. Take your hands to your hips, push into the feet. We're going to come up through a flat back again, breathing in, up to your flat back and all the way up to standing. Step the feet together, Tadasana. Notice how you feel. Lovely. We're going to flow down to a nice restful posture. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, soft knees as we forward fold. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale to your forward fold. Step the feet back to plank or tabletop. Lower all the way to the belly on an exhale. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower. And this time, push up to the knees. Extend your fingers forwards. If you want to open the knees, you can. Otherwise, you can keep them together. Oh, Vinyasa. Extended child's pose. Relax the forehead all the way down to the mat. Now take full breaths here. As you inhale, feel your back body, back of the lungs, the ribs really expand and soften. Choose to let go on your exhale. Notice if you're gripping anywhere. If your hips are here, they don't go down to your feet, don't worry, really normal. Just breathe, just get to where you can get to. It should feel good. Surrendering down. Not trying to do anything here. Push into the feet as we slowly roll up to our kneeling position. And we're going to take Dandasana, which is seated posture with the legs out. And it's a really good diagnostic one for your posture here. So I just want your legs forwards. You're going to use your legs, engage them. So press the backs of the legs down, engage the quads. Feet can be hip distance apart or together. Draw your toes towards you. Actively push the legs down. If your heels come off the floor like mine, then don't worry. Now, notice your spine. Take the palms to the mat, either side of your hips, fingers facing forward. Gently push into the hands as you lengthen through your spine. Now really hug your abdominals in and draw your shoulders down. So a lovely, long, straight spine. Gently take the head from one side to the other. Make sure there's no tension in the neck. So it looks like an easy position, but if you're doing this right, you'll be able to feel it. You'll feel the thighs, the quads working. Feel that pelvic floor lift. Keep the lower lifted. We don't want to arch. So keep your lower ribs hugging down, like we talked earlier, that connection. Everything draws in towards the navel. Palms are down, fingers facing forwards. Shoulders are relaxed down the back. Jaw is relaxed. Hold it here. Couple more breaths. Drawing up through the pelvic floor. Keeping the legs engaged. Drawing the toes towards your shins. So this can be quite an intense lower back or hamstring opener stretch just sat here for some people, especially the longer you sit. So don't worry, or if you're feeling it in your hips, that's really normal. Use your breath. And then we're going to take a forward fold here before we go down onto our backs. So some of you will be able to reach forward and get the toes, and that's fine, but I'm going to assume you can't. So bend your knees and take your chest to your thighs. So mine are slightly open. So open them as much as you need to for comfort. Some of you might be able to do this, and that's fine, but otherwise keep them slightly open. And take hold of the outside of the legs or feet, wherever you can reach. And we're just going to start to walk our buttocks back until you get a stretch through the hamstrings or the lower back or both, okay? And we'll think about drawing your body forward. So what we don't want is straight legs and this. This isn't working in the right places. This is going to get you nowhere. So keeping the legs soft. Draw your tummy muscles in. So if I relax my tummy muscles, it makes me round like this. If I draw my tummy muscles in, it allows me to lengthen out of my pelvis and get more of a stretch and more length through my lower back, okay? Keep the chest open. If it feels comfortable, you can take hold of your toes as well. Just get to wherever you can get to. And then, once you're in a stretch, you can feel an opening. Just soften the head down, close the eyes, and just breathe here. Breathing fully, softening through the body. You might find as the more you breathe, you'll be able to get deeper into the stretch. If not, just hold it here. Wherever you're at is fine. Breathing fully into the base of the pelvis as you inhale. And as you exhale, you're squeezing all the air out, allowing your body to fold deeper into the stretch. One more breath here. On your next inhalation, we're going to unravel. Come back to to sitting, and then roll it down for bridge pose. Let's use our core muscles. Hold your legs, slowly roll down. Bring your heels quite close to your hips. We're going to do a little back bend to open the body here. Palms are facing down. Draw your chin slightly towards the chest as though you're holding an orange there. Now peel your pelvis off the floor. Watch that the knees don't splay out, and send your hips as high as you can. Think chest to chin and chin to ceiling, okay? Chest to chin, chin to ceiling. Lengthen your bottom towards the backs of the knees, so it's not hanging down, arching the back. Lengthen your bottom towards the backs of the knees. That's going to engage your hamstrings. So you're going to keep the knees in line with the ankles, don't let them go out. Lift your pelvic floor in your belly, chest to chin, chin to ceiling, and lengthen your tailbone, your buttocks to the backs of the knees. Breathe here, relax your jaw, soften the shoulders. Enjoy the opening through the front body. Really, really good posture. This one for detoxing, for digestion, for stimulating your endocrine system, for thyroid issues. I can go on and on. Slowly, slowly peel down. All the way down. And once you reach the bottom, you can take hold of your shins and draw them towards the chest. Have a hug and a rock. Whatever feels nice. And then place your feet on the floor. We're going to take our arms out to the side. Drop both legs over to one side. So I'm going to the left side with mine. And if it feels okay, you can look over your right shoulder, so the opposite shoulder to where your legs are. Now this is a passive stretch, so don't try and do a big twist here, but allow the body to twist. Breathe, soften. Notice any tight bits in the spine. Breathe into those tight bits. Slowly transition to the other side. So inhale, bring the feet to the floor, roll through the back. Exhale, knees go to the right or the other side, and if it feels okay, you can look over that opposite shoulder. And breathe. Lovely. When you're ready, extend your legs out. Allow them to flop to the side. Palms facing up or on the belly. Allow them to drop. Lift your chest, draw the shoulders underneath and lower back down. Take a big breath in here through the nose. We're going to sigh it out. One more like that. Breathing in fully. Sigh it all out. And now completely relax. Relax the feet and the legs. Soften through the pelvis and the belly. Feel your back go heavy and down into the mat. Soften across the chest and the collarbones. Notice your hands, your arms. Allow them to rest. Breathing into your head, neck and your face. Releasing any tension as you exhale. Your tongue softens onto the top of the mouth, just behind the teeth. And allow your eyes to drop down and gaze slightly inwards towards your third eye. And just pause and notice your breath. Not trying to shape it, but just notice it. Relax the body, relax the mind. And if you've got time, maybe just pause the video, stop it, and if you've got 5-10 minutes, you could stay here in Shavasana. Complete relaxation, then that's awesome, but if not, just fully relax for a couple more moments. then slowly make your way onto your side by bringing the feet in first, rolling onto the side. Either side is fine. Take a breath. And slowly up to sitting. Just as you did at the beginning. And notice now how you feel. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Breathing in good energy. Breathing in peace and calm. And exhaling, letting go of whatever you want to let go of. Choosing to let go. Namaste. Hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, or a peaceful sleep if you're doing this in the evening. See you all soon. Feedback's great. Welcome feedback.